Okay, it's such a nice day today, even though it's climate change that's making this warm weather. And with the coronavirus, it's eased down in New South Wales. And, it seems to have eased off, but we know that it could flare up again if we become too complacent regarding it. Hopefully there'll be a vaccine. It'll save the day, so to speak. We're all waiting with bated breath for the vaccine to finish off this dreadful disease, this pandemic. Okay, let's see what we have here. It's a Chemist pamphlet. So we've got here, we'll just turn it to show you up closer. And we're interested in this picture here. So it's all about winning. Win this, win that, win this, win that, win this, win that. That's what I say because I hate competitions. I hate this win that shit. I don't understand why people bother playing these contests. You don't even, half the time the prize you get isn't the one you want. So there's no point in going in a contest. But it's capitalism, folks. That's how capitalism works. It likes to suck people in, and people are so fucking stupid to, they think, I don't know, it's just silly. The love of money. And it plays upon that. It's such a chaotic force, capitalism, and the love of money, which is inherent in capitalism, the love of money, freedom of the market, so to speak, instead of freedom of the people, instead of power to the people, power to the fuckers who love money. This is interesting. I wonder if we can just maybe enlarge it a bit that way. But basically, I'm so sick of it, folks. I'm so over the way everything's geared towards money, loving money instead of helping others and helping our environment. It's silly. It really is. It's a silly thing, this capitalism. And yet people fall for it or follow it. I want to see more people doing work that they like. That if you're passionate about your job, you're going to do a better job. That's just fact. Instead of being a fucking money fucking fool, which is what most people are. Unfortunately, I can't do what I want to do at this stage. I don't have the option of doing the kind of work that I want to do, building photocopiers. I really would like to become CEO of a future photocopier company. This will go on the trash and recycle. So I'd like to build photocopiers that are artificially intelligent and that work well with the environment. So, the photocopier itself will be built out of recycled materials, most of it, as much as it can be done. And basically, the workers are going to be paid a lot of money, more money than the poor little Chinese or Vietnamese workers get putting this photocopier like this one together. But basically, we got to pay the workers a fair wage. Got to pay them a little bit more than what they're worth, what they're really worth, not what China, not the Chinese made in Chinese ethic of slave labour. So we got to abolish slavery from the design of this equipment, and basically We have to care for our planet, as I just outlined. So you have to it's really, I just get frustrated when I see, that's another thing. Where the work is going to be done in assembling this new generation copier system, it'll be done in Australia. It'll be Australian made, Australian owned, Australian designed, everything except some of the raw materials, or much of the raw materials will be Australian made. And that is the materials, the electronic waste that we're going to try and clean up places like India and China from the e-waste dumps of the world, and we're going to use that material to build the photocopier, and we're going to try and make a difference in this world. We're going to build these equipments are going to last 60 years and then after that it'll be pulled apart meticulously, and it too will end up being recycled into new equipment. So you've got to think of the planet, you've got to think of the human race, and the customers have to be happy. Too often these days technology alienates people and makes them angry. We don't want that. We want to create an enjoyable experience with this new generation system that we're going to build. We're going to make it enjoyable to use, fun to use. So it's going to be artificially intelligent, and that means it can be easy to use and a joy, hopefully a joy to use in the office. So it'll take away some of the stress in the office that we have today, because photocopiers are very alienating equipments as a general rule, just like most technology. So we have to make it a really, really enjoyable experience to actually own one, or to lease one, or to pay it off on a service agreement or whatever. But whatever, it's got to be good. And most of the money that is earned by me, the CEO, will go towards science and humanitarian concerns, like how to end climate change. And in fact, I'm hoping to become a scientist as well as a CEO, and that I will spearhead research into how to deal with climate change. It's essential that we find a solution, because currently none of these big manufacturers of things wants to stop burning coal or using petroleum, or should I say gas, although gas is still necessary, I suppose, for melting down metals like steel. But we want to try to limit the use of the gas by using recycled materials like recycled steel, recycled aluminium. We don't have to convert it from what you get in the ground up to what you can use, and that takes up much less heat if you use recycled materials. We've got to look after our planet, and I really look forward to a time when I can end climate change. We can use more renewables wherever we can. I'm just wondering, did I just push the mirror image button? Yeah, I did. So yeah, we've got a lot of work to do, but I do believe we can make the world a better place if we focus less on profiteering, less on money. You've got to love what you do, folks, and then you'll do it really well. Whereas nowadays we have a problem, too many people who hate work, like the man who runs Konica Minolta, Shai Yamana, to me is a disgrace. He's a total disgrace, and I'm disgruntled with the way that he loves money over, it shows, made in Vietnam, made in China, and even made in Japan isn't good, because Japanese workers are renowned for working hours that are so long that they drop in the street, and they fall asleep in the street. Some of them even die of overwork. It can kill them. So that's not good. We don't have that sort of ethic in our factory. we make sure that that workers are looked after and cared for. So anyway, that looks really quite interesting. I think now we can call this demo quits.